Hi, this is Dr. Patrick Cohn with Peak Performance Sports. I'm here with Brock McCormack, who is our baseball specialist at Peak Performance Sport, which means he does most of the mental coaching with our baseball players. Today, we're going to talk about how to be mentally prepared for the spring season. So this week, we're previewing our new program. It's called the Mental Edge for Ball Players 2.0. And that'll be coming out in January of 25. So stay tuned for more information. One of the challenges for ball players is going into the spring season, they might have a lot of expectations, worries, doubts about how they're going to perform in the spring season. Are they going to get a starting position? Are they going to be able to try out successfully for the team if there's tryouts going on? So when you were playing ball yourself, what did you see as some of those mental hiccups for yourself and your teammates?
Yeah, the preseason can certainly be a time where there's some increased worry going into the season, the pressure to impress, some performance anxiety, and there's certainly a few challenges that we're going to harp on right now, which are mainly meeting expectations from coach, teammates, or themselves going into the season. Your potential fear of failure going into tryouts or the preseason games to feel like you have to prove yourself or earn a spot. The stress of securing a spot in the roster or a starting lineup position so you can get consistent playing time can be a big worry, as well as the desire to make a strong first impression on new teammates and coaches if you're playing for a new team or at a new level.
Yeah, lots of challenges there for ball players going into the spring season. So let's talk a little bit about being mentally prepared for all this. First of all, you want players to go in with really an optimistic mindset and not taking in a poor fall ball or taking in last year's play. You want to go in optimistic, thinking that you're the starter, thinking that you're going to earn that spot on the team, right? I mean, I would say that's the first tip I would give. You don't want to take any of the monkey on the back, as Ken Ravizza would say, into the spring season. You want a fresh outlook and be optimistic about what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's creating a new story, right? It's closing the chapter of last season and starting fresh and playing to your new form of baseball that you've worked on over the offseason, right? You've worked on some weaknesses you've strengthened parts of your game, so creating a new identity for yourself as a player and allowing this as a good fresh start to feel confident going into a new season where you might not have a label over your head.
Yeah, and when I think about mental preparation too, I think about going in with confidence, going in with focus, a strong sense of focus and what to focus on, being composed, and being a good teammate. I mean, I think that goes along with this being mentally prepared, is preparing yourself, if you're in a leadership position, to be a good leader. What do you think, Brock? What would be your number one tip to be mentally prepared?
Yeah, I think in the preseason that building this strong, proactive confidence is really important because some of those self-doubts might be lingering going into the season because maybe it's been snowing and you've been in the gym, so you haven't been practicing out on the field for a few months. So you're going to have some lingering self-doubt that might hurt your confidence a little bit. So we want to help you create that proactive confidence by reminding you of your strengths and creating a good confidence resume to be able to review.
Focus is going to be extremely important. And what that means from a mental coaching perspective, that means focusing on the right cues. Instead of comparing yourself to your teammates, focusing too much on what coach might think about your performance, worrying about mistakes, define what it means for you to play the game one pitch at a time, to play each drill or each at-bat in practice one pitch at a time, and know what are the important performance cues you need to focus on going into that tryout or going into that spring season.
Absolutely. And we do a great job of helping you define those cues. These cues help us, like Dr. Cohn said, play the game one pitch at a time, stay in the present moment. They help us stay composed trusting and confident for each play, treating each play as its own, game within the game, as well as focusing on what we want to do during performance instead of avoiding what we don't want to happen.
And we cover all this and more in our new program, the Mental Edge for Ball Players 2.0. If you want to learn more about it, jump over to peaksports.com, click on our products, our sports-specific products, and you can find more information about it. But keep in mind, if you do coaching with Brock or any one of our mental coaches here at Peak Performance Sports, you get that audio and workbook program as part of your first month's package. All right, thanks for joining us.